Hey, how's it going? I hope everyone has had a great week so far. This is Ed Namrock, and guess what? This is my very first close-up whisper ASMR, and I must say I'm completely obsessed with the ASMR community. I think there's a lot of great artists, and they all do a marvelous job. And I've been watching and listening to ASMR videos for quite some time. And it took me a while to kind of grasp exactly what the objective was. Aside from actually feeling it first, but then as I did more research, I listened to more videos. It becomes kind of a lifestyle in a way because it's a form of venting at the same time, without having to talk like a podcast, but it's kind of like a podcast, only not necessarily speaking in your normal tone. But anyway, I am completely obsessed. I love the sensation that a lot of close-up whispers give you, and especially the panning effect when you go this way like that, and you go this way like this. It's pretty fucking badass. I love it. I've been an audio engineer for almost 17 years, so I kind of know how to do this. It took me a while to try it, but now that I'm doing it now, it's pretty fucking sweet. So, anyway, the twist that I wanted to do, well, it's not much of a twist, but what I wanted to do is not necessarily get in front of the camera and eat something or drink a beer or smoke a blunt, whatever. I simply wanted to scroll through my Twitter feed and just read what's going on in the world, and that's pretty much it. I'm trying to be as quiet as possible because I live in a semi-busy street and there's always people driving up and down, and the cars, the exhausts are so fucking loud that it'll pierce through the microphone. Plus, for some reason, we've been getting a lot of helicopters out here because we're right near the freeway. But anyway, here goes. I just want to start scrolling through my feed to find out what's new. Sorry, I kind of elevated my voice there. But anyway, I usually like going to Uber. I don't know if it's pronounced Uberfax or Uberfax, but they have a lot of interesting stuff here that I truly am completely obsessed with. So usually I'll fact check a lot of the stuff, but a lot of it is just interesting to listen. To read, and then later research to see what is it that where the source came from and stuff like that. I know they're a pretty legitimate website, and here's one here where it says several surveys show that fewer than 10 meals in regular rotation form the entirety of many Americans' diet. That's pretty freaking interesting. And I'll keep scrolling down here, and that's pretty interesting. How Dora the Explorer would look like as an adult, and I don't know, but that's I don't visualize her like that, but I'll keep scrolling. And then I'll keep looking. There's some pretty interesting facts about ducks, animals, the animal kingdom in general. But then I'll find something like a new study shows that the hungrier parents are at meal times, the more they serve their children portions that are too large. I am a testament to this. I'm not obese, but I'm pretty heavy for my size right now because I'm not on a diet. But sometimes my wife cooks, sometimes my mother-in-law cooks, most of the time. But back home when I was living with my mom, I noticed that as she got hungrier, she would feed me bigger portions. Now, my metabolism was much faster when I was younger, of course, and I would scarf that up quick, no problem. But, as you get older, your metabolism changes, and you can't eat the portions that you're accustomed to, so This was interesting. I'm a big beer guy. So, Intelligent X is a beer designed with an AI algorithm. And it's ABI, Automatic Brewing Intelligence, which analyzes customer likes and dislikes. Now that's pretty fucking weird because I don't know if you've ever watched this film called Transcendent Man with the great Ray Kurzweil, maker and founder of the Kurzweil keyboards. He actually forecasted a lot of this stuff that's come true now. So, okay, and then I'll start scrolling more to see what else I find, but this is pretty insane. This one said that this teen died because of a hickey, and it's not as crazy as you may think. Just the simple fact that hickeys are a thing grosses the fuck out of me. It's not something I'm into, so this is another one that's pretty interesting, that even though the platform has over 100 million users, nearly half of which pay, Spotify has yet to become profitable. Now, there's a yin and a yang to this thing, but quite frankly, I don't think the music industry has ever had an objective to profit from digital stream sales. Because of Napster. Napster kind of revolutionized all that very early on, and the record companies, the record labels did not. They stubbornly refused not to adapt to such a system. So I don't know if there was going to be money in it anyways, but from my experience in the music industry, none of that really profits the artist in the first place. The artists actually make money from touring, merchandise, and their actual branding. That's just my experience with it, but let's see. Here's another one. The Aztecs were the first to combine domesticated tomatoes and chilies to make what we now call salsa. Now, I am Mexican raised. I love salsa. I love chile. I love tapatio, all that stuff. It's something that I, quite frankly, cannot live without, to be honest with you. I mean, I'll take a week max, just to give my stomach a break, but I find myself putting hot sauce on just about anything I eat, for lunch or dinner, sometimes breakfast, especially if I'm eating like huevo con chorizo or something like that. Yeah, I like to pile that shit on. My mom makes this fucking crazy ass habanero salsa. And she makes it in a molcajete. If you don't know what that is, it's basically like a big, it looks like a pumice rock. And it's usually in the shape of a bowl, but she has one that's in the shape of a little bull, like an actual bull with two horns and shit, but it looks pretty old school and cute, but, she throws all the chili peppers in there, and the habanero ones are probably one of the hottest in the world, and she grinds away, and it comes out so fucking hot that I had to take it easy for about a week, because my stomach was not doing so well. But anyway, that's for another one, another whisper ASMR session. Okay, I'll keep scrolling down. There's a lot of interesting stuff here. Okay, here's something about Portugal. So for 107 hours in May of 2016, about 4 days, Portugal ran on nothing but renewable energy sources like wind, solar, and hydropower. Now that's very interesting. Very interesting. This bank worker threatened to call the cops on a woman because she was wearing a hijab. Oh God, I'm not even gonna get into this one, seriously. This is the type of ignorance that's been plaguing not just the United States, but other countries as well. And a lot of people have actually spotlighted that ignorance, and quite frankly, I don't want to point any races out, but predominantly I see a lot of white people that are the ones pretty much being threatened by something as simple as like hijab, dude. That's fucking stupid. Anyway, I'll keep scrolling, see what else is on there. Okay, research shows that well-groomed women have higher incomes than poorly groomed women, regardless of their natural level of attractiveness. Interesting. But what is considered well-groomed? I'm not too versed in that, but that's just my sheer ignorance of being a man. And I can only speak for myself and not other men. Okay, there is a strong evidence that parents give their chicks names that they use for the rest of their lives. Wow, that's fucking interesting. Okay. The name of pico de gallo means rooster's beak. Comes from the tradition of eating it with 2 fingers, like a rooster pecking. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, in late 18th century France, it was very fashionable for women to wear low-cut boot, whatever that is, to expose a nipple too. Oh, interesting. Only in France. Goldstein and Rosenberg and Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle were partially based on Rosencrantz and Guildenstern from Hamlet. Okay, cool. 10 times Tumblr hilariously roasted Americans. Well, whatever. Now, this is interesting. About 3% of the population has a gene that allows them to fully function on just 6 hours of sleep or less instead of the recommended 8 hours. I am a testament to this. I have yet, unless I'm dog tired from actually doing so much physical activity all day, and nowadays that's very seldom because I have an office job, but I make it a point to actually get up and move around because apparently sitting is the new smoking, so I have to take action and change that. I can only run on about approximately 6 hours of sleep. Anything less than that, I don't think I've done. But even when I was in shape and I was playing sports, I could not do the full 8 hours. It was just nearly impossible. So I would do exactly 6. I'm usually in bed by 1 o'clock, 1:30, 2 a.m. And I'll get up around 7:15, 7:25, depending on the give or take on the float, and depending what time my son actually wakes up as well. But I know a lot of people that disagree with the 3%, but you gotta remember how many people are in not only this world, but in the United States alone. I think 3% is actually a pretty high number. If that was higher, that'd be almost, I don't know what the ratio would be, but it would be higher than it is at 3%, so. But, anyway, let's see. Oh, check this out. This is interesting. If left untreated, chlamydia can lead to saxophone penis, in which the penis is bent out of shape to resemble something like a saxophone. Oh man, that is very, very fucked up. I'm glad I've been disease-free my whole life, man. I mean, but I could only imagine what this would look and feel like. It wouldn't be very pleasant. So, I'm sure if you've seen a saxophone shape, that would, that's not very, very, very cool. So, alright, let's see. In 2011, 40 of the 100 most delayed flights in the U.S. were either going to or from Newark Airport. Okay, let's see. Studies estimate that up to 20% of passengers on commercial planes will develop respiratory infections within a week of flying. Wow, that's interesting. Okay. A study found that belief in free will was a better predictor of job performance than measures such as self-professed work ethic. Okay, well, that's interesting as well. According to research, 5 to 10% of criminals commit 60 to 100% of the most severe offenses. That's not hard to believe at all, actually. As a college student, Steve Jobs stopped showering because he believed that he could eliminate his body odor by only eating fruit. Now, I would call Steve Jobs crazy, but I'm sure he was being called that his entire life, but we all know how that ended and what he left behind, so I'm not going to say anything about Steve Jobs. Okay, according to a study, children whose fathers commute to work over a long distance tend to have more emotional and social problems. Oh, shit. Okay. Okay, that's not good. Anyway. Research shows students with a weak belief in free will are less likely to volunteer than those with a strong belief in free will. Okay. Well, that makes a lot of sense, actually. Okay, barn owls are usually monogamous and mate only with one owl, but 23.5% of barn owls are divorced. Oh, man. Well, anyway, I just wanted to try this real quick, and I'm going to upload it and share it, but I'll try to make this a regular thing, maybe once or twice a week, but I hope you guys enjoy it. Again, this is the Ed Namrock YouTube channel with a close-up ASMR video for the first time ever. Have a great weekend. I'll be seeing all of you soon.